All right, welcome back to Cooper Stadium on the campus of UMS-Wright Preparatory School. Todd Morris with you here on the Bulldog Radio Network. And we sit down with UMS-Wright head football coach Terry Curtis for our pregame interview for the first time this season. And Coach, so many storylines to talk about this season coming into the game, and we're going to get to a bunch of those in depth at our halftime interview. But let's just talk about Baker and the third largest school in the state. By enrollment-wise, what do we know about this football team, and what are we expecting from them here tonight?
Well, first of all, I appreciate them playing us. We have a hard time with our success and all getting football games, and for them to say yes and play us and play at our place this year and their place next year, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a team we haven't played. I don't know if we've ever played them.
1981 was the last time we played.
So, it'll be a good game. Coach Norman's doing a great job over there. They've, I like to say, they're one of the schools that's really kind of turned their program around from the way it was 10 years ago. And they're just, they got a lot of athletes, a lot of speed. That's what we need to see.
Yeah.
We don't know a whole lot about them. Their quarterback's new. Their running back's new, I think. And, they do have a few back, but for the most part, they're about half and half. So it's going to be an interesting test against a 7A team that's played, plays tough competition week in, week out.
Yep. All right, well, before we get into some specific team areas, we're coming out of the quarantine situation. How has your player evaluation, your coach's player evaluation of our team gone leading up to this game?
Well, slow. It's like everyone kind of knows game week. This week, we had a scrimmage on Monday just to get one more look at some guys and get some film on them. And during the week we watched that film to still making mistakes and still trying to get people in the right position. So, it'll be a work in progress Friday night, but, it's just great, Todd, to be at a game. Who thought 4 or 5 months we would even be talking about playing a game? So if we can get through tonight and all, hopefully it'll maybe get a little better.
Let's talk about a couple specific positions. Seems like Simon Smith lined up at tailback for 10, 11, 12 years?
Yeah.
For a long time back there.
A long time. That was a good thing.
Yeah, but he graduates. Who's going to step in? Is it going to be one person? Is it going to be a committee? What are we looking at tailback?
Well, if I had to guess, it's going to be probably 2 or 3 guys.
Okay.
We're going to start a young guy, Cole Blaylock, sophomore. Going to be a really good player. I'm not sure right now if he's able to stand the punishment of play after play after play of being full time, but he'll be the starting guy and probably limit his carries a little bit here early and then try Will Jordan some and Jansen Graham and try to play without Jackson Graham and Edwin coming over there right now. We early in the season, hot and. Try not to play a lot of these guys both ways, and also, really, we're taking these first 2 games. You want to win them. You're going to try to win them, but they're like preseason games before we get into the games that really matter. So we're going to move some people around. We're going to give a lot of guys a chance and see what they can do, especially not having a spring training. So, but I feel good at the running back. They've had a good off season, and I think they're going to be fine.
Who takes over for everything linebacker Will Breland?
Oh, that's the problem. We've moved our starting fullback from last year, Clark Turner over there. He's playing inside with Cameron Snipes, who played defensive line or end last year. So they're the 2 inside guys. We moved 2 corner safety guys, Jackson Graham and Pearson Eichner, to the outside linebacker. So we've had to move some people around, and Edwin's still there on the backside, and then you got Holden Aaron and who else? We got there Ben Price and Blake Adams, in the front starting with, and like I say, they'll be playing a lot of guys over there too, James Lee and some of those guys. So you're not going to replace Will. Probably right now, but Todd, you've been around here longer than I have, and every time you say, "Man, how are they going to replace this guy, that guy?" You name Simon, you name Will, and you can talk about Keyshawn and some of the other key players of that class, but someone always seems
to step up.
Okay, step up. It's my time now.
Yep.
And surprises you. Say, man, where did he come back from? And then you look back and he was a backup or played some but didn't start, and a lot of people didn't know for him. So, I don't doubt that won't happen again this year.
Coming out of the quarantine, here we are getting ready to play a game. What's your biggest concern from a team standpoint? Is it conditioning? Is it blocking, tackling? What's your biggest concern for tonight's game?
Blocking, tackling, just because we haven't done it. Like I said, before we went on the quarantine, we had 2 days in pads where all we could do was a little form tackling on Friday and Wednesday. So really, the first time we had change and all was this week Monday. So worry about us in space against the speed till we get used to it.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us on the pregame show. We look forward to doing this every week.
All right, hope so. That'd be great.
UMS-Wright puts their 33-game winning streak on the line here tonight at Cooper Stadium against the Baker Hornets. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a minute. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network here on Sports Talk 99.5 Mobile, an iHeart radio station.